Alright, she's recording.
Welcome to Wine Passion TV. I'm Sam, and today we've got Garrett from Fine Wine Partners and Dean from TALTARNI, and we're going to have a bit of a look at the range of TALTARNI and likewise products from their range and whatnot. So first cab off the ranks, 06 Clover Hill Sparkling from Piper's River region of Tasmania, and I'll let Mr. Dean here have a chat about it and
yeah, sure.
and tell us what we're tasting.
Mate, you've just gone on to the 2006 vintage for Piper, as you say. Still the Chardonnay, Pinot Meunier blend. Still around that 3 years on lease contact. You'll find this new release a little bit more 405. It's doing extremely well already. And as I said, the flavours that you'll see come out of that glass is amazing for a wine that's just basically been released into the market.
So yeah, certainly in the top three premium Australian sparklings on the market, and which is set up by Dominic Portet, who got the job of finding a region similar to Champagne in Australia, which was that.
In fact, Clover Hill was probably was the first vineyard exclusively set up in Australia to solely make sparkling wine. And in fact, we've just put another 50 acres down near Coal River, and that's being planted as we speak, and should come online in the next couple of years to increase the quality and production of the Clover Hill Sparkling.
Fresh, vibrant, citrusy. It's got nice acidity. A little bit of bready yeastiness.
Yeah, a little bit of breadiness, which is probably something that you haven't really seen a lot in Clover over the years.
No, but it's fresh. Like just,
yeah, lovely acid.
Comes alive. It's really, really nice. And that probably retail for, I don't know, depends between this, say, 30 and 35 or 40, depends on where you go.
Exactly right.
Yeah, so.
I'll now show you TALTARNI Taché meaning French for stain, so it's a rosé style. This is also vintage 2008, so I'll pour some of that in the glass. The fruit from this one is Pyrenees Ranges. We also get a little bit from Adelaide Hills and a little bit from Tasmania as well. So again, it's a Chardonnay, Pinot Meunier blend, and look, it's probably one of the trademark products that TALTARNI actually do as our Taché. So I believe it sits at #1. If you look at the Nielsen data for this particular product, so it's again, it really over delivers for the price. It's great value. Drinks really well, again, lovely mouthfeel, the strawberries, and it's just got a really nice finish to it.
Strawberries and freshness, again, a bit like the Clover Hill. There's a little fun fact for you folks. Taché meaning stain. So, Brett, what does it mean?
Stain, mate.
So, rosé, it's going to dash to stain it or to pinken it. What has it had? A percentage of Meunier or Pinot Noir added to it, or
a little bit about our estate Cabernet.
Oh, okay.
Whereas with we do not many people have seen Clover Hill. Actually, we do a rosé, very small quantities. It could be up to a pallet at a time. That has actually had actual skin contact from the Pinot, as opposed to the Tachés had a little bit of Cabernet added to it.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly right.
Perfect.
We're going to move on next to what we call our Three Monks range, and in that range there is what we call a Fumé Blanc, which I'm about to show, and there's also a Cabernet Merlot. So Fumé Blanc, this has actually had 40% new French oak treatment. It's actually Loic Le Calvez, who is our French winemaker. It's his most difficult wine to make because it's so easy to overdo the particular style. With his oak treatment, the 40% component has sat or been what they call lees-stirred on a weekly basis over a 7-month period. And it's got that lovely minerality to it and complexity. The oak hasn't taken over. It's got great acid, really clean. It's what I call a Sauvignon Blanc for grown-ups, and a great food wine. It's not fatiguing, it's not cloying, and fantastic for summertime.
So was it barrel fermented, or was it fermented then put into oak?
No, it's actually co-fermented, and then 40% then sat in the actual oak. Exactly right. 90% of the fruit also came from Tasmania and 2 different yeast strains.
Nice.
Yeah, so we put a hell of a lot of effort into this product to produce something quite different from your New Zealand product, and even quite different from the Australian. So it's a lovely one to stand
more of a food wine style. So Loic's actually from Bordeaux, so for me it's kind of a touch of white Bordeaux there, classic 7% Blanc blend with a bit of oak, and you'll see that in the Cab Merlot as a Bordeaux red as well.
So this is something you don't see very often, an oak treated Sauvignon Blanc. super complex. It's got heaps of minerals, a lot of vegetables for sort of herbaceousness.
Yes.
Oak doesn't show through like a barrel-aged Chardonnay. It's not big and rich. It's balanced. It's I reckon it's very textural. A little bit of the oak comes through on the back end, but it's purely and simply a supporting act to the fruit itself. Brilliant.
And I always think a little bit like what I call lemon curd on that.
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
Lovely sort of so it's got so much going for it, that wine, and I think for summertime now it's sort of spot on.
What's an RRP on that one?
Around about the $20 mark. $22, yeah.
Competes with Catalina Sounds.
Might go while we're talking 3 months. We've got 3 months Cabernet Merlot.
Yep.
Again, it's typical TALTARNI. It's what I call a Cabernet Merlot for grown-ups. You've got some lovely complexity, you've got some good tannin structure. It goes extremely well with food, as opposed to, generally speaking, Cabernet Merlots, which are normally very fruit-driven and upfront. This has got a lot of layers, a lot of texture to it. So I look forward to your comments on this particular wine. It's 07.
Yep.
And I believe there's a little component from Heathcote as well, but it's basically a Pyrenees Ranges.
Oh, mate.
Cracker.
Oh, mate.
So,
$20 as well. So.
yeah, around at the $20 retail. So if you like Cabernet Merlot, you want there's something a bit more in the glass, I can highly recommend the 3 months.
This has got more in the glass. This is just.
To me, it looks slightly Bordeaux on the nose.
I totally agree.
Yeah. It's very much low. It's
Got
again,
a
he
little
loves
bit of
blending.
old world sort of charm about it.
Yeah, no, he's weaved some magic. It was a very difficult year 07 with the heat in that drought that we've just come off. So he's really put some great effort into this product to come up with a quite well balanced Cabernet Merlot.
Ooh,
Thumbs up, Sam.
tannin structure.
Yeah.
That's just. It's like, I don't know, what do you describe it as? Mouth all furry and you can't talk properly and your tongue's all. But this will roll over in a couple of years and be something brilliant.
Absolutely.
But it's not in your face, over the top, full body, punch your two front teeth out. It's just balanced, but the tannin on the back is just brilliant.
Yep.
Perfect food.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's what TALTARNI's hallmark is really. It's that elegance, sophistication, but good tannin structure. As I said, it goes extremely well with that fat and protein.
What food would you say, Sam?
Oh, look, I'm not the foodie type, but there's no reason why you wouldn't get quality steak.
Yeah.
Like not shitty rump steak from the supermarket. Go out and find a nice bloody filet mignon or something like that. Quality, even a Wagyu perhaps, if you're willing to spend the coin.
Well, you wouldn't spend cheapy on a nice wine.
No, we'll just ruin it.
I've just moved on to what we call our estate series. We've just gone to our Heathcote Shiraz. It's 2006. Now it's a great example. TALTARNI like to hang on to our wines prior to give them a little bit of time to settle down, because generally speaking, our wines do have that great tannin structure. The fantastic thing about this particular Heathcote is that the tannins are really fine.
Great colour.
Powdery, lovely sort of tannin structure. You've got that typical brownly nose, that lovely pepper which you would expect from the Heathcote region. And it's a wine you can sit down and happily have a glass by yourself without any food, and then move into mealtime and actually continue drinking. It's one of those amazing wines that you can do that, and I'm very lucky to have a Heathcote Shiraz in the portfolio to offer people. Retails are in the sort of $35 mark. I think exceptional quality. Lowe's gone for 100% American oak, which typically that region loves American oak. Yeah, exactly.
Mate, it does.
Yeah, and around 16 months on that particular oak, but 100% Heathcote Shiraz.
Smooth, mate. Yeah. If you want to try a wine that's just got everything in it and a smooth finish, that's it. What's that retail?
So what was it again, Sam?
Smooth. Heathcote Shiraz. You know, people know how passionate I am about Heathcote Shiraz. That's just 100% American oak, and it doesn't even show through.
Yep.
There's a little bit incy beatsy little bit there, but good fruit, good smooth tannins on the back, good mouth feel.
Yeah, Lowe's
Cracker.
Lowe's is very good quality, very tight grained, steam bent, medium toast oak too, so that you're not getting that overtly coconutty flavour coming through. You're allowing the fruit to balance with the actual oak. Now, showing something, this is what we call one of our gatekeepers. It's again Shiraz, but it's 100% Pyrenees fruit.
Yep.
It's 2007 vintage. In this case, we've had 90% French oak, 10% American oak, a small component of their own Viognier just to give the wine that textural feeling and another dimension. And you'll see quite a difference with this one in the sense it's that typical TALTARNI. You've got great tannin structure. Again, it's a wine which I say matches perfectly with food. That tannin structure, with the fat and protein, good roasts, etc. It's made and sellers extremely well.
And this is probably a good example of cool climate Shiraz.
Yes, you get even though Perigny's range gets very hot, but you get those lovely cool evenings. So you get the slow ripening of the grapes, which builds. I mean, the colour of this wine is amazing because of that slow ripening period. And again, the selling potential on these wines is still there. A lot of people have pulled back from tannin. They've been a bit afraid of the consumers, but if you get people to try these wines, they can see where they're going. They actually respect and understand and give them the time to sell it, and then they come up a treat.
Restrained. It doesn't show you a lot. It's probably still got a bit to go. Again, good tannin structure on the back, good fruit, but it's totally different to heat cake. Two different styles, looking chalk and cheese. But that you can taste that dash of Viognier in the back, just that little bit of, it's almost like a fruity apricot sort of aspect. But
so yeah, $35 again, but testament to these wines, they age very gracefully. And we did a lunch at Rockpool recently that was based on the Cabernet, 30 different vintages of Cabernet, a little bit of Wagyu and stuff like that, and the 77 Cabernet, wow, one of the highlight wines of the year. So
I don't know many vineyards that actually could do that 30 consecutive vintage and actually have them drinking still back to the first vintage, which was 77. It was amazing. It was great to see people just wander around, try the wines at leisure, and make up their minds. And you could just see in their faces they were enjoying them.
That'd be all right. Hey, Steely.
Oh yeah.
We've left the best for last. Loic actually produces what is called our reserve.
Make sure the battery doesn't go flat, Steely.
Nah, she's right, mate.
This is our reserve Shiraz Cabernet. Now, this is current release 2004. Again, getting back to that, and we hold on to our products for release. This is his best parcels of Shiraz and Cabernet. It's one of the wines which actually truly receives 100% French oak. It's all brand new oak for a 15-month period, as opposed to our Cabernet's 2 years, because it's got a little bit of the older barrels. This has all 100% brand new French oak. Quite expensive, but no expense has been spared on this wine. About 500 dozen was made only. Just the tannins and everything is starting to soften beautifully. It's very velvety, and it's one of the best examples of a blend I've ever seen.
It's like an explosion.
What do you got, Sam?
Like a subtle explosion of dark berry fruits. Like quality though, like again, not shitty jam that you get from the supermarket, but good boutique quality jam that you buy from some farmer's market. And that oak, as Dean said, 100% French oak. It's just, and you know what I can see? I can see a bit of Bordeaux-ness about it, even though it's Shiraz.
And that's a real funny thing for a Frenchman. He just thinks it's crazy blending Shiraz and Cabernet together. You know, he's from Bordeaux. It should be Cabernet, Cabernet Franc, Merlot, Petit Verdot. But he said, look, it works so well together. So,
oh mate, that is brilliant.
But like I said, it just on the back palate there, and the finish just continues in your mouth after you swallow it. It's for around about a $55 wine, with 6 years of age, and I think it's magnificent value. Not to mention the quality. And you could buy a 6-pack, start drinking it now, and put the rest down and watch them continue to develop. They will not fall over. It's a typical hallmark of TALTARNI.
Well, I'm not going to bore you with tasting notes. This is brilliant wine. Spicy, fruity, smooth tannins. You can see where it's going to develop over the next few years. $55 a pop. I think it's a worthwhile investment if you can go and find it. It's a pity I have to spit it out because
it's early in the morning as well.
It's early in the morning.
Yeah, that's it. Real early in the morning.
So, but no, that's great, Dean. Well, thank you very much for that.
Thanks for your time. Appreciate
it. Thank you for pouring these brilliant wines. Garrett, thanks for bringing your guests with you. No worries at all. And thanks again for watching. And the next episode is Grange 83.
Oh,
yes. Grange 83. This Sunday. See you then. Bye.
Sam's place.